Where? Which one? Oh my goodness. Oh. All of these are... No, I refuse to believe. What the heck? I'm... Okay, I'm just going to choose a Yuri word. I'm pretty sure that... Well, even though it's not perfect, then again I did make a perfect poem for Sayori when I did her route. Like a perfect third poem. And nightgown. Alright, so 19 Natsuki words and 1 Yuri word. Man, the last one here. Oh, don't you worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of time today. What made you forget the time? It's a funny story, actually. I recently decided to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing it just now. That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. I've always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it out to be. How? It's so cool if you can play an instrument. I've only been playing for quite a while. For a little while rather. So I still got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Yeah, that pretty much suits Yuri perfectly. The violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. I'm still like, is Yuri still uncomfortable with this? Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you, Yuri. Thank you. How's it like to play the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Didn't you just say it's not as cool as you think, or as we think it is? Not to mention, I really love how it sounds. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. The piano's an instrument that I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. He'd been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me. But I never really got into it. Considering that, you'd think I'd hate the piano. But for some reason, I find myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe because it reminds me of my father. In a way. Monica, you certainly are a talented individual. First starting your own club from the ground up and now picking up piano on a whim. I doubt I'd be able to do that. Oh, don't you say that. Anyone can do amazing things as long as they have the passion for it. Which is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. I can't wait for the festival. I have a feeling, like, since we're doing the Natsuki route, and they fought during the festival, is she gonna say something while we're baking? It's gonna be awesome! Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? Well, obviously I meant everything besides our part of the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either. But I am looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day of school where you can just run around and eat till you burst. I can see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must treat it like food. Hearing those words, like, I'm still fresh off the Exit Music Redux's demo and all of those Exit Music vibes. It's coming back. Kinda reminds me of a certain someone. Where is Sayori? Where is Sayori? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the back of the room staring out the window. I walk over to her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. Haha, Natsuki, haha. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Ears spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know. You just seem a bit off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but my mind wanders back to what she asked me as we were walking home together. You worry too much, Midas. I'm fine, seriously. She shows me another smile, much bigger and more genuine. One that seems more Sayori-like. There's still something inside me that feels like something's up. I wonder what her relationship with Natsuki will be. Sayori must have noticed as she hastens to explain. To tell you the truth, I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so I'm sorry if I'm a little cranky. Seriously though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. Why don't you spend some time with the others? I might try and have a little nap. Sure, okay. Just, know if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? I'd hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods. Suffering might be a little strong of a word. Well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again, then shoos me away. As I wander off to talk to Monica, the feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good few years since we've properly hung out together. Maybe she's changed? Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monica knows more than I do. After all, she's the president, right? I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Midas! What's up? I decide to just jump right in. There's no point beating around the bush. Hey, so, have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently? Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know. It just seems like she's a little downcast today. So, if you do have any idea why she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act this way before? No. I can't say I've ever seen her like this before. Yeah. She said that she's just feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep yesterday. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. Monica appears across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging his rubber eraser up and down her desk. Wait, didn't she say that she was gonna try and nap? Maybe there is something on her mind. My question though, is why you're asking me, Midas? You've certainly known her longer than I have. Well, you've spent more time around her recently than I have, with the club and all. I guess so. But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but it felt like she just wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No, I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important for me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try to talk to her myself. Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. I also have to talk to her about what she wants to do for the festival anyway. Alright, fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was with me. Monica pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The warmth of her smile reflects in her eyes. You really care about her, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while. Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although before I joined the club, we had been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. Hey, I know it's hard, Midas. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know. Huh? Really? Yep. She told me she was kind of surprised at first, as she didn't expect you to want to join. But once she got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do. Okay? She'll be fine. Don't you worry. I sure hope so. I just hope you're right, Monica. Thanks for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. You're too kind, Midas. Nothing to thank me for. She stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica to tell her. Or to talk to her, rather. Hey, you! Eh? I look up to see Natsuki standing next to me. Well, don't just sit there. We don't have much time today. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to worry you. It's not like I'm worried or anything. It's just... Natsuki glances at her hands. She's holding the third volume. Oh, right. That. I'm sorry. Something just came up recently. We can get started now if you'd like. Jeez. If something's bothering you, you can just tell me to go away, you know? Assuming you don't want to talk about it. She mumbles that last part, so I might have heard it. Nah, it's okay. It's not really that big of... Not big of a deal! It's Sayori! Or maybe because we don't want Natsuki to worry about us. I'm just a bit concerned about Sayori is all. Sayori? Yeah, she seems distant today. I don't know. She says she's tired, but there's something at the back of my mind telling me that it's more than that. Natsuki takes a moment to reflect on what I just said. I think you're just being paranoid, Midas. If she doesn't want to tell why she's feeling down, then it's probably nothing important. She's your best friend, so I think she'd come to you first if anything happened. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I am just paranoid. Guess you get that way when you've known someone as long as I've known Sayori. You've been friends for a while, right? Yep, about as long as I can remember. You must really care about her. The expression on Natsuki's face is almost a bit... jealous. Okay... Well, as my best friend, yeah. I can see where this conversation is going and try to change subjects. Anyway, as you said, we don't have much time. Want to get started? Yeah, sure. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Monica first. Speaking of Monica, I found 2 mods from the DLC mod subreddit and I am just very, very excited on them. Like, I can't wait to see the full product. That made sense. Like, God, they seem so intriguing, but now it's finished blue skies. Hi, Midas. I approached Monica wanting to talk about Sayori with her some more, but she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything, and immediately jumps into club business. This might come as a surprise, but we have a festival coming up soon. Yeah, you just told us yesterday. Oh wow, I never would have guessed. Have you thought about what you want to perform? Or what to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people is another. I'll have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt that my poetry is up to snuff. I'm sure that there's not just a little bias during poetry discussions. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. You wouldn't want to let down the club, right? She says that it with a teasing tone, but a chill runs down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monica would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal club subject. Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance. Right. That's definitely not something I can relate to. Don't worry so much. You'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine in these poetry discussions so far. So you say. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Here it is. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied by thoughts of Sayori. I'm worried about her to say the least. It's such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen to her? Midas? Uh-huh? Sorry, did you just call out my name? Yeah, twice actually. You seem like you're a million miles away. What's up? I was just thinking about whatever's happened to Sayori. So sorry if I wasn't paying attention. It's fine, Midas. I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend. You're caring so much about her. Thanks. I just hope that things can go back to normal soon. Well, my advice to you would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think you should respect her boundaries. You're right. I appreciate the advice, by the way. Of course, I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you ever need one. Today might not be the happiest days for the club, but that's alright. Not every day will be happy. We'll all pull through this together. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally. But I think that Sayori probably needs some normalcy right now. So in the end, I try to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now, I almost forgot about it myself. Some president I am, huh? Monica quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook. Here's my poem then, alright? Thanks. Seeing that only made me more excited for the Monica-centered mods I'm about to play. Like, after this route, I just want to say something to all of the modders out there. After I do finish Natsuki's route. You know, I feel like I'm looking for answers and contemplating your reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about it. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. How fitting. Somber subjects for a somber day. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think that it would be way better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time. But how would we know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Do you ever feel discouraged with something you put a lot of work and time into and it doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, You could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like you're doing any more is less. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative works already that most people won't receive any attention. At least, relative to the most popular artists and authors. There's actually not much you can do in that situation besides try your best. However, you also shouldn't think, rather. Think of things in terms of popularity and number of views. The most important thing should be your own personal self-satisfaction. If you're proud of yourself and your work, then I say that's enough success. That's the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. Although she does have a point, like, even if it's not writing, you can apply that to literally everything. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I wonder what Sayori is about to say considering her mood right now. It's good that you're taking poetry seriously, Midas. Yeah, truthfully, I wasn't really sure how I'd be like writing poems, but coming here made me realize how enjoyable it can be. It looks like you've been really influenced by Natsuki too. Have I? Did you write it specifically for her? No, I didn't. What gave you that impression? Never mind. It's a nice poem, by the way. Thank you. Not what sadness descends upon us. It's good that you see you're making friends, though. No! Seeing you get closer to them, seeing you happy, it makes me happy too. Sayori. I turned to look at her, but deliberately, she's avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with a pen in her hands. Her words don't really match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it though, as I already know what the response would be. How was your nap, by the way? Yeah, it was great. You really helped. I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions. I opened my mouth to call her out, but then I stopped remembering Natsuki's words. Maybe Natsuki's right. Perhaps I am just overreacting. I sure hope so. As she pointed out, Sayori is my best friend. Then again, it's not like we've been really acting like best friends over the past few years. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. All I can do now is to let her know that I'm there for her and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you just work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey Sayori, look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you, no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have cried earlier. I should have just respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and, well, it feels like nothing. It's okay, I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Anyway, Monica told me she wanted to discuss her festival preparations after everyone was done sharing poems. So, I should probably show you my poem now. Anyway, here it is. Seeing this is not giving me any help. Sayori! Like I feel bad. I feel bad for Sayori. So, what do you think? Wow, Sayori. I had no idea you could write like this. This is something else. Have the others seen this? No, not yet. You're the first one I've shown it to. What an honor, huh? So, what's this one about? From what I can gather, it's about someone who tries to keep everyone happy, right? She nods. And people like that, but eventually they kinda got used to it. That's okay, because at least they were still happy. And this person, the Kingdom's Wish, even she gets a little tired from time to time. But as long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's happy when the others are happy. Stop, Sayori. That's the most important thing. I look back at the poem trying to pick up the more subtle meanings. But surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on just her to be happy. Surely the angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into this too much. I just feel kinda sorry for her. I blink. Am I seriously empathizing rather, with the fictional angel? Well, that fictional angel is Sayori, so I guess there's nothing wrong. Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. I'm glad my poems can get such a reaction out of you, Midas. I really put a lot of thought into this one last night. And you seem to pick up on it. With an uncomfortable dawn of realization, it's become quite clear how this poem relates to Sayori. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that though. Well, I hope the angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She might be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdom are. But then they'll be sad! That would be selfish. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair they get to give something back, right? A shake of the head and a sad smile is my only response. Alright, Yuri, I gave you one word this time, so I hope you're not upset. That just confirmed. I had to jinx it now, did I? Yuri glances over at me but quickly turns away. Perhaps she wants to be left alone for now? I'll let her come to me if she changes her mind. Oh my god, that's it! Oh my god! No! Please! I know I'm doing a Natsuki route, but oh my goodness, that was it! Yuri! Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see it! Well, you are certainly enthusiastic today, aren't you? Of course. You know I like your writing. You just confessed. Aw, thanks. Oh, shut up. Natsuki playfully punches my arm. It did take you a while to admit that, didn't it? Admit what? That you like my writing. Well, of course. I had to put you in your place first. If I told you that you're good right off the bat, you would have gotten cocky. It's not like I was shy or something stupid like that. Oh, gosh, Natsuki, you're so adorable. You're like jealous because of your writing skills. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. And then the opposite seems to happen. I feel bad for anybody that gets that jealous. Natsuki? Yeah? You're not exactly the most confident in your writing, are you? Natsuki doesn't say a word. I finally understand. Natsuki acts so arrogantly to hide her insecurities from other people. If she constantly says she was the best, or she's the best rather, people might just end up believing her. I mean, I definitely did. Midas? Be completely honest. Do you like my poems? Natsuki? Of course I do. I already told you the poems are my inspiration. Wow. With Sayori, we got the whole happy reconnecting thing, memories, childhood thingy. And then with Yuri, we got sentimental and happy with her. But now we're getting sad with Natsuki? I look up to you as a writer. Thank you. I needed to hear that. It's just that people never take me seriously, you know? All they ever say is that I'm cute or childish. Well, there's something cute with being... Oh, sorry. I scrambled my words. There's something bad with being called cute. But childish... I guess I could see why it's bad. Sometimes I don't want to be cute. But nobody ever listens. I put a lot of effort into my writing. It seems like you're the only one who truly appreciates it. Yuri just dismisses it because it's not sophisticated enough for her. Natsuki realizes that she might have said that a bit too loud and stops talking. Natsuki, sorry that I treated you like that when I first met you. I had no idea how much you hated that, and I'm sorry. And yeah, people can be jerks. They quickly form impressions that and don't give people a chance, which sucks. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. But you can't change people. You just gotta take them as they are. I know. It just makes me mad. Yeah, it is pretty stupid, I admit. But that's life. Yeah. They both sit in silence for a minute. Well, moving on. Can I see your poem? I go to reach for Natsuki's poem, which is sitting on a nearby desk, but she grabs my wrist? No! I mean, it's not any good. And yours is probably better anyway. Oh, you haven't read my poem? Natsuki, you know I also like your writing. Besides, you have high standards of yourself. If you say it's bad, then it's most unlikely just fine. It's more than likely just fine, rather. Okay, here! Just... Natsuki turns away from me. I don't want to see you I don't want to see you in my face right now. Oh, sorry. I don't want you to see my face right now. My mind blanked out for a bit. Alright. Oh. This is new. Blue. It used to be that all my sight was filled with shades of black and white. Then one day I found someone and somehow I could see alright. I'd felt so small and had no clue that everything could have such hue. But when you came and held my hand, I felt like you had changed my view. A rainbow of colors sprouted out. The trust you showed me without a doubt. My struggles before all faded away. When I found that Wait, am I here now? My feelings, my struggles before all faded away, and I found what understanding's all about. Whenever I feel like I'm losing my way, and my will starts to shake and shiver and sway, I'll still stand and fight and look to the light. Cause when I have you, I won't go astray. Sometimes the sunlight is hidden from view, and shadows will threaten to drown my view, or drown me and you. But I'll start to smile when we talk a while. Because when I'm with you, the skies are blue. Blue skies. But still, God, I think this is new. Like I've never seen this before. Or rather, I can't remember. Oh my goodness. This poem. Show Yuri this poem. Like seriously. Natsuki showed Yuri this poem. She's shy. What's that look for? If you hate it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, I don't hate it. It was just unexpected. I'm not used to you being this nice to me. Don't just say that, dummy. You know what the point of writing is, right? Expressing feelings you can't say out loud. Oh. Yeah, you're confessing this early? Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for not always getting the point. I do try. And thank you for showing this to me. I really like it. I remember that I can think like this sometimes too. And I'm glad you like it. I am a pro after all. You're so adorable, Natsuki. I can't. You're just so adorable. Natsuki's voice is soft and shaky, a stark contrast to her usual potty tone. Yes. Natsuki, you're so adorable. The confidence in her voice whenever she's bragging is completely gone. Do you want this back? I have another poem for the... Oh, wait, so you wrote that exclusively for me? You're... I can't... I lost words. But wow, you're... Okay, this is new. I have another poem for the others to see. I guess I'll keep it. Okay, Natsuki avoids eye contact as I slip her poem in my bag. Wow, I didn't expect that. Like, she confessed this early? Oh my goodness. Okay, everyone. We're all done sharing poems, right? In which case, let's start figuring out what we're all going to do for the festival. You still remembered. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, as I was saying, well, I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making her specialty, cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle it all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori, you mentioned goodie bags earlier, if I remember correctly. Yep, I want to make some goodie bags for everyone. and put in little coats, bookmarks, and candies. Ah, yes, that was it. Great idea. People will love it. Indeed. We're all glad you're helping, Sayori. You guys, it's nothing special. The cupcakes sound amazing though. Of course, because I'll be baking them. We all share a collective laugh. How about you, Yuri? Ideally, I like to do something that could enhance the atmosphere of our performances. I'd like to experiment with some aromatherapy as well, if that's okay with you. Of course, that's fine. I'm excited to see what you come up with. You've also got beautiful handwriting, so perhaps something that involves that? Yuri ponders for a moment. How about banners and decorations? It's funny that you mentioned that. I was just about to say that myself. Well, great minds think alike, right? She shares a laugh with Yuri and turns to me. Anyway, that just leaves you, Midas. The one who's truly useless. Don't just say that. In fact, it looks like all of us have a lot of work to do for the festival. I'm pretty sure I'll speak for everyone when I say that some help would be much appreciated. Ah, so basically, a choice between who to spend my weekend with. Why do I suddenly feel so nervous? I suppose I could use a bit of help. But Yuri... Like, I feel uncomfortable with Yuri right now. Like, God, we didn't even try to talk to her. She just glanced at us for a bit and then looks away. Yuri... Not that I really need it, but if you want to help bake stuff, I could always just give you some dirty work. But if you help, you better not sneak a cupcake to eat. Natsuki, I doubt Midas will want to help you if you make him out to be a burden. If you don't need any help, I believe he'd be better off assisting someone else. Well, that's up to him to decide. Maybe he likes baking. Have you ever thought of that? Funny story, really. I kinda started trying to bake myself. Besides, how hard could making decorations be anyway? It's not though, as I'm speaking only for myself. The Monica and Sayori would likely be appreciative of the help as well. And not that it really matters, but decorating requires a lot of creativity and meticulous work. So does baking. You've never baked a day in your life. How would you possibly know? Throughout their bickering, I can't help but notice that Sayori hasn't said a word. Does she not want me to help her? Or am I just overthinking this? It's impossible to think properly with the arguing going on. Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's like what Natsuki said. Midas is the only one who gets to decide how he'd like to contribute. There's no need to argue over him like he's the last boy on earth. I think it's fair to say that each of us have plenty of work to do. This has nothing to do with him being a boy. I agree. We're merely discussing your workloads. Looks like Monica has united Natsuki and Yuri with a common enemy. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just move on already? Alright then, moving along. Midas, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks at me, varying expressions playing on their faces. Like if this happened in real life, I would be very nervous. But of course I'm going to go with Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and cupcakes seem like they'd be a two-person task. Trust me, baking's a blast. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. I thought you wanted to do baking on your own. But the last time I never... You just did. You just did. But the last time I never said that. Besides, Midas is right. Baking is a two-person job. But... You're... Okay. I'm at a loss for words. Midas is right. Baking is a two-person job. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I must have missed that part. Anyways, Sayori, Yuri, will you guys be alright by yourselves? While Yuri looks a bit disappointed, Sayori looks content with my choice. Of course. Yeah, definitely. I'll get the goodie bags done, no problem. And I'll certainly be able to handle the decorations on my own. Oh yeah? Then why do you make such a big deal out of working with Midas? Natsuki just put Yuri on the spot, and she does not look happy about it. Natsuki, I was just making a point that I'd appreciate some help. Unlike you, I wanted to work with Midas because it would be more efficient. Just what are you? Okay, everyone, calm down. Midas has his choice. Midas has made his choice, and that's final. No more bickering. Natsuki and Yuri angrily eye at each other before finally giving up on their argument. I mouth a thank you to Monica. She smiles sweetly back at me. I don't think anybody wants a repeat of my first official day. Not even Natsuki and Yuri. And especially not Monica. Okay, moving on. Does everyone know what they're doing for the festival? Everyone nods. Sweet! You guys excited for the festival? Oh yeah, definitely! Natsuki's mood quickly changes at the mention of the festival. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. Monica rolls her eyes annoyed. Anyone else? How about you, Midas? Are you excited? Me? Well, it'll be interesting at the very least. That's good enough for me. I'm looking forward to the festival as well, Monica. Yeah, I can't wait! Seems like Sayori cheered up a bit. Thank goodness. That's great to hear. Okay, everyone, remember to bring your stuff on Monday. That also includes your poems. Will do. Alrighty. See you guys at the festival. With that, everyone disperses to grab their things. I start over to Sayori, but a tug at my arm stops me. Hey, where do you think you're going? You know we have no way of communicating with each other, right? Oh, right. Don't know how that slipped my mind. I guess we should exchange phone numbers. Yeah, just don't make it weird or anything. Right. Natsuki hands me her phone and I hand her mine. Her phone case is a bright pink with black polka dots. It's about what I expected from Natsuki, although the phone itself seems to be one of the older generations. My phone on the other hand is a dark green and doesn't have any case, just a screen protector. What a coincidence! Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. I put my number into Natsuki's phone, and she does the same to mine. Once we're done, we hand the phones back. Geez, her contact list is sad. It's basically just Sayori and your parents. Hey, why were you looking at my contacts? That's a question. That's a very good question. I had to put in my number, duh. But you didn't have to scroll through. Then again, it's just 3 numbers, so you have nothing to scroll besides those 3. I'm not a very social person. I figured. Natsuki smiles smugly. Okay, I'm gonna come over to your house on Sunday. My house? Yeah, why not? I just assumed I'd be going over to your house because I'm helping you. Huh, my dad would kill me if I had a boy over. Those words mean so much more than it should have. That's a bit strict. I doubt my mother will care, since she probably won't be home. Good. That works out just fine. Alright, I'll text you what we need. See you then. And one more thing. Yeah? Thanks for the advice on Sayori. It's appreciated, really. Yeah, sure. I mean, I care about her too, so I don't want you saying the wrong thing and making her worse. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Alright then. Just stick to my advice and you'll be fine. Noted. Good, you're finally learning. Okay, see you on Sunday. Bye. Natsuki walks out, leaving me alone in the club room. Wait, where's Sayori? I look at the club room, finding myself all alone. Guess she sneaked out while I was talking to Natsuki. She must have not wanted to walk home with me today. Sigh. Oh well. Alright, it's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the 2 of us. Hopefully. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a completely different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. That's a very Natsuki thing to do. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. And that's not very new. I meander around the house anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. I don't understand why she couldn't just ring the doorbell. But whatever. I rush over to the door and open it. Hi? This is her music? Okay. My mind goes blank as I completely forget what I was going to greet her with. I'm not sure what I expected, but seeing Natsuki in her casual clothing surprises me. This is a fun music. This is fun. A fun tune to listen to. It's such a huge difference from her uniform. With such cute clothing, she almost looks like a different person. Frankly, I'm at a loss for words. Natsuki. Midas, why are you just staring at me? Sorry. Jeez, I just got here. It'll be a long afternoon if you keep acting weird just because you're not used to seeing me out of school. Right. Okay, now move. I'm coming in. I quickly step out of the way as Natsuki walks us inside. Over her shoulder, she's carrying a large bag made out of a thick plastic. Is that all cooking stuff? I point to Natsuki's bag. Yep. I wasn't gonna come all this way just to find out you're missing something important. Speaking of important, did you get everything I asked you to get? Natsuki asked me to go out and buy some things if I didn't already have them on hand. Which reminds me, so don't get mad, but I say that so she might go a bit easier maybe when I tell her I forgot to go shop. Wow. You forgot to go shopping. But judging by the look of her face, I doubt it helped. Oh, don't tell me you forgot. Are you kidding me? I know, I'm sorry. What were you doing all weekend that you forgot to go shopping? Well, I was practicing my poem for the festival, which isn't completely a lie. I did actually spend some time reciting my poem to myself. Natsuki, meanwhile, looks at me with disbelief. You were practicing your poem? Yeah. Natsuki sighs as her expression softens a bit. Well, I guess I'll give you a pass this time. I expected you to say that you were playing video games all weekend. Who do you think I am, Natsuki? I mean, video games are part of my life, but that's not all that's in my life. But don't think you're completely off the hook. You still need those baking supplies if you want to get anything done. Well, I do have some money, and it's only like a mile to town. You want to just buy stuff we need instead? Just go. Well, it's not like we have any other choice. Just so you know, it's not a date or anything. Alright. Natsuki sets her bag down to the next to the door, as she heads upstairs to retrieve my money. When I come down, I see Natsuki standing in the doorway, her hands on her hips. Oh wait, I read that wrong. I went upstairs. Come on, dummy, we don't have all day. I'm coming. We both part from my house and head towards town. So, what kind of cupcakes are we gonna make? Natsuki ponders this for a bit. I'm thinking just normal chocolate cupcakes with vanilla frosting. Okay, but I feel like we should do something special. It is the festival after all. Something special with the cupcakes? Yeah, but like something more than just the flavors. I wanted to have to do with the actual look of the cupcakes. Kinda like those cat cupcakes on my first day, right? Yes, exactly. Something related to the look of the cupcakes. Well, it is a literature event. Maybe you could put kanji characters in each one. Like frosting? Yeah, every cupcake could have a different character on it and people could choose a cupcake based on which characters they like the most. That's actually not a bad idea. Natsuki looks at the ground, seemingly disappointed she didn't come up with that first. Ha! Well, do you want to do it? Considering that's the best idea we have, I guess so. Alright then. By now, we've finally reached downtown. Natsuki spots a kitchen supply store and we both quickly head towards it. Once inside, Natsuki holds her phone up in front of my face. I've already texted you what we need, so just go off that for your list of supplies to get. Once inside, Natsuki holds it. Did you snuck a selfie? You sneaked. Either way, you know what I mean. Did you take a selfie? Or rather, did you like stolen photo of me? What am I saying? What selfie? My mind's all over the place. Do we need anything special for the characters? Just a smaller frosting nozzle? I'll get that, so just focus on your stuff. Sounds like a plan. Natsuki heads off to a nearby aisle while I pull out my phone. I scroll through my text and eventually find the list she sent me. Well then, let's start with the French vanilla extract. Within a couple of minutes, I found everything on the list. As I place the final ingredient into my basket, Natsuki walks up to me. She dumps her stuff in my basket and walks with me to the register. I hand over my money and before I know it, we're already walking back to my house. We arrive quickly and immediately get to work. It only takes about 10 minutes before the entire kitchen is a mess. Utensils, bowls, and spilled ingredients cover the countertops. Natsuki has her focus on the cupcakes themselves while I work on the frosting. Hey, where's the food coloring? Still in the bag on the table, why? I'm gonna color the batter different colors so it looks cooler, even if the flavor is still chocolate or vanilla. You think we should do that to the frosting as well? Yeah, sure. I'll give you the food coloring once I'm done. Alright. I've noticed Natsuki has been a lot more calm and friendly towards me ever since we started baking. She's been instructing me on what to do, but it's been more friendly advice rather than a command. The only explanation I've come up with is that cooking puts Natsuki's mind at ease and makes her less hostile. But it's not like that's uncommon. I mean, it's written all over her face. She likes baking. Talking about her doing something they're passionate about puts a smile on anyone's face. Monica with playing the piano, Yuri with reading, and Sayori with eating. And Natsuki with baking. Midas, come on, focus! Natsuki's voice interrupts my thoughts. Sorry. I resume stirring the frosting while Natsuki drops the food coloring into the batter. Once she's done with that, she scoops the batter into little baking cups and places them on a tray. Preheat to 350. Natsuki mumbles her instructions to herself as she messes around with the oven. I hear a beep and she walks over to check on my progress. Hey, is the icing any good? Natsuki looks at the bowl with a judgmental expression. You're getting there. You just have to... Natsuki takes the whisk from my hands and starts stirring. Really beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, I retrieve the whisk from Natsuki and follow in her example. Good, you're a fast learner. Thanks, and you're a good teacher. Natsuki's face turns slightly red. Yeah, I am. I chuckle at Natsuki's gloating as she walks back to her workspace. Once the icing's a good consistency, I retrieve the food coloring from Natsuki. Ew, watch where you're putting your hands, dummy. I don't want you getting icing everywhere. I look down at my hands and realize they're covered in icing. Oh jeez, how did I not notice that? Don't ask me. You're the one who didn't notice his hands were covered in icing. Natsuki looks at me with a smirk. Oh, being smug, Garby. Well, take that. I wipe my index finger on Natsuki's cheek, leaving a glob of icing behind. Natsuki looks at me with a look of both shock and anger. Oh, you didn't. Now it's my turn to be a smug. Oh, but I did. Natsuki's face suddenly lights up. Without warming, she dips her finger in frosting and swipes it across my entire face. It's just a speck of icing, and you just wipe it across my face. You look so dumb. Speak for yourself, Natsuki. I walk over to the sink and grab a paper towel. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? I dramatically wipe my hands as Natsuki braces herself. Yep. Then so be it. I take the paper towel in an attempt to shove it in Natsuki's face, but she swipes the towel out of my hand and throws it to the side. Hey! I slowly back up and put my hands up. It doesn't have to be like this! Natsuki ignores my call for a truce and tries to swipe icing across my face again. This time I catch her wrist as she swoops in. She tries to fight back with her other hand, but I grab that one as well. Aww. I might be biased, but these are Natsuki. These scenes with Natsuki are my favorite from the original game. Only if you apologize for getting frosting on my face. You're the one who started it. But I only did a little. You smeared it across my entire face. Now apologize. Fine, sorry. Thank you. Now apologize to me. I'm sorry as well. Thank you. Alright, that's that. I'd say I'd win this one. Oh yeah? Suddenly I feel a sharp pain in my right jaw. Oh yeah, in the shin. Natsuki. I let go of Natsuki's wrist and stumbled back. Did you just kick me in the shin? God, that hurts. I warned you. Ah, jeez. I hold my leg in pain as Natsuki stands triumphantly. That's very cheap of you, Natsuki. Not the shin. Don't underestimate me. Okay, I'm sorry. And I surrender. Ha! I win. You may have won the battle, but not the war. If one kick can send you down, winning the war will be a piece of cake. I roll my eyes and initiating another laugh from Natsuki. Is that initiating? I'll just say initiating, but because I don't know the meaning of this, nor do I know the pronunciation. Alright, we should probably get back to work. Yeah, probably. Natsuki and I wipe our faces off and pick up where we left off. I scoop some icing into a separate bowl and color the rest of it in a light pink. Natsuki pulls the batch of cupcakes out of the oven and puts the other batch in. Using the food coloring, I dye the icing and I set aside black. Why'd you do that? For the kanji characters? Oh, okay. Finish up mixing the food coloring and then give it to me. Why? I'm gonna put the icing in. I'm gonna put it in the frosting bag. Duh. She gestures towards the small plastic bags she brought with her. Alright. I quickly finish mixing the coloring and hand Natsuki the bowl. She scoops the icing into a bag and ties a thin nozzle around the end. Put this to the side for now. We still need to frost the cupcakes before we can add the characters. Speaking of which, Natsuki brings the tray of cupcakes over to the table. Let's get started. Oof, all done. We both look triumphantly over the frosted trays of cupcakes. Yeah, they look pretty cute. Kinda fitting seeing you're the one who made them. What's that supposed to mean? Oh please, we're not at school. It's not like anyone's judging you. Just admit that you're cute, please, because it's very true. Like right now, you're very cute, Natsuki. I'm not cute. Fine, whatever you say. Even though that's a lie. Just focus on doing the characters. Jeez. Here, let me show you how to do it. Natsuki quickly teaches me how to use the frosting bags and we quickly get to work. Finally! Yeah, finally. It took us longer than expected, but we finally finished and placed them neatly in rows on trays. That was fun, I guess. What? You didn't have fun? No, I didn't. I just didn't expect it to take it that long. It wouldn't have taken long if we didn't have to go to the store. I said I'm sorry. Yeah. I just wish we had more time so we could read some manga or something. But I really have to get home. My dad's making dinner tonight. I'm very worried about you, Natsuki. Lucky. I'm I'm on my own for dinner tonight. Frankly, I'm not that hungry. I might just skip it. No! Natsuki's sudden outburst shocks me. I stare at her in disbelief, and that just confirms my suspicions. Natsuki! Aw, I feel so sorry for her. If that's the case, like if her dad's being a literal piece of crap. I mean, you shouldn't do that. You should always appreciate every meal you get. This is very uncomfortable. I just finished the Exit Music Redux demo. Wow, dinner must be really important to you. More than you can imagine. Yeah, this is very uncomfortable knowing that I played something that is very dark, but I enjoy it. I enjoy Exit Music and Redux very much. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't disturb me in the slightest. Like, it's good, it's depressing, but it's still good. Growing up, we'd only really have family dinner when everyone was home. Considering both my parents worked a lot, it was a rare occurrence. Especially now. Natsuki and I sit in an awkward silence where she starts for her bag. I should get going. Right, I'll walk you out. Natsuki collects her things and I walk her outside. It felt like the afternoon flew by too quickly. However, it was nice spending time with her. It was an opportunity to get to know her better. Well, guess I'll see you then. It was fun cooking with you. Yeah, we should do it again sometime. Huh? I'm just saying, if you ever want to bake something, I'd be glad to help. That's... Natsuki steps closer and looks up at me. Her expression is tense, as if she's trying to hide her emotions. Really nice of you. I mean, she's never been good at expressing herself. I open my mouth to say something, but Natsuki quickly pulls away. I gotta go, bye! Bye. Natsuki quickly rushes off and I'm left alone. Guess I'd better get to cleaning.